Welcome to the Mindspace podcast, your go-to channel for all things real estate in Kenya. Join us as we have exclusive insights into the dynamic world of property and investment, with expert insights and practical advice. Hosted by Mr. Mwenda Thuranira, the CEO of MySpace Properties. Each episode brings you valuable tips to navigate the ever-evolving real estate landscape. Stay tuned, informed, and let's explore the opportunities together. Karibu Mindspace.
Godowns to let and buy at Babadogo from 7,500 square feet. Going for only 45 Kenyan shillings per square feet for prices to let, and only 5,500 Kenyan shillings per square feet for prices to sell. Contact us now to make reservations. Karibu sana Babadogo.
Hello, how are you? Welcome to Mindspace Podcast. Mindspace Podcast is where we engage a lot of gentlemen, a lot of ladies on matters investment, matters real estate, and matters life and family. So today, I welcome you and appreciate you for being our supporters. And of importance, we're here to learn from one another. So please, down here, write your questions and we'll address here today. If you have any question regarding business, regarding anything, let's talk matters life, let's talk everything. Today, we have our guests in our show. I'm sure it's not a surprise guest, but you have seen him before. He's my friend for a long time, my colleague in the industry, and I'm very humbled to have you, Peter, and of certified homes. He's been real estate for long. Of course, we learn from each other. We share a lot. Although we are not, to me, I don't look at competition. We complement each other. So thank you so much. And me and Peter, of course, we are working on a project to be announced soon. So thank you so much. Karibu, Peter. Tell us, introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mwenda Thuranira, CEO MySpace Properties. My name is Peter Nyaga, Managing Director, Certified Homes, and it's a great honor. I'm humbled. Thank you for hosting me. They say iron sharpens iron, and that's why I'm here today, because I know they say when people come together, great things are achieved, and that's why we are here to, sharpen each other, educate each other, build each other, grow each other. Yes.
Good. Thank you. So our topic today will be about affordable housing initiative. So what is affordable housing? We'll learn about this today. But before we dive into that, maybe to our guest, Peter Nyaga, why do you do this? Why do you do real estate? Why not any other business?
I'm very passionate about real estate because I began real estate way back after high school. That is way 2008. And I found myself in real estate spontaneously because my brother is in real estate. So he was fairly successful and see him doing well. So after high school, I went and told him I want a job. He told me that I don't have any qualification. I've not gone to college or university, so he can't give me a job. So I went home. After 1 month, I came back to him. I told him, I've seen that you are suffering in terms of you would like someone to send around to do errands. So I told him I want to volunteer my services to your organization, to your real estate company. So you don't pay me. Give me any job and don't pay me. So he looked at me and said that, are you for real? I told him yes. So he gave me job to clean the office, and like to be a messenger, to cook tea, say errand boy. So I accepted, and I did the job. I was the one opening the office. I was the one cleaning the office, and I was being sent here and there, shopping, to drop parcels and all that. And I did it like for 3 months. Then he took me to school for driving. So I did driving. After a month, I was good in driving. Now he would send me to go and take customers to view properties, to go take them to go and see plots and houses. So that's how I found myself in real estate. And he was not paying me. He was just giving me food and fare. So if I told him to pay me, I would not have got into real estate because I had no skills, I had no qualification. Okay. But I told him I want to volunteer my services in your company. He granted did that. But bottom line, behind the scenes, what I wanted to do is gain the experience and get into real estate because I've seen him very successful in the industry. So one lesson we should learn from that is that, as Gen Z, young people and all that, when you're looking for a job and you're just direct from college or university, the organization that you admire, you would like to work for, why don't you go and tell them, I want to volunteer my services in your company, in your organization? Then do your best. Be your best in what you do. Within no time, they are going to offer you a job, they are going to hire you. That's a lesson I would like our Gen Z and also our young people, our graduates, to grasp and to apply it.
Okay.
Yes.
Inaitwa kujituma.
Kujituma.
Very, very important. I think that's what many people miss.
Yes.
Since by the end of the day, sometimes you might be maybe passionate about some industry and stuff. But day one, like especially now, the young guys, most of them, they want to be told, you are CEO today. But you have not passed through the process. By the end of the day, you have to start somewhere, especially, many of us, even me, I started real estate from the bottom, from a construction site. And now here I am, years later, doing what I'm really passionate about. So for the young people, it's very important kujituma.
Yes.
Hiyo ni kitu muhimu sana. And sometimes, people rush for money fast. Hauna experience, hauna nini. Umetoka tu shule, na unaenda hata unaanza kuitisha mshahara sijui ya pesa ngapi, 200, 300,000. Na ile iko ni certificate peke yake. Kwa hivyo for our young people, jua mambo ianzangi juu. The only thing which starts from top is digging a grave. Yeah. And I'm sure you don't want to dig a grave. Sure. Yes. You have to start and you have to humble yourself.
Yeah.
By the end of the day, like one time I was talking to one mzee of mine. His son finished school. Then he came to work with him. Then they were talking. He asked, what kind of car would you like? Then the young guy says, I want a Prado. This guy, he's been working for over 50 years, yes. And now he's driving a Prado. Yeah. But here...
The guy has not started working.
Yes, a guy finishes just one what? I mean, his first job. Yes. And he owns a Prado. Same like what the dad drives. Really. That cannot work. Yeah. I mean, by the end of the day, you have to humble yourself and grow with time. So thank you. That's an inspiring story. I'm hoping it has touched somebody and ignited somebody. You have to start from the bottom. Kwanza kuosha ofisi, kubeba barua, kutumwa, hapo ndio utashika network.
Yeah.
Ukishika network, you'll be through.
You have to trust the process. These days, young people are very impatient. They want like manna from heaven. That happened during the time of Moses. Right now, you have to go through the process because, something I would like to capture also very fast. Within no time, like after 6 months and so, I joined college. So I joined university, Presbyterian University. And, I did business administration, bachelor's. So when we were doing entrepreneurship classes, we are doing introduction, introduce yourself, what do you do? So during that introduction, I said real estate and all that. So after the class, there's a guy who approached me and told me that they are in school at KCA doing accounts with a certain guy who is a treasurer of a certain circle, and he handed him say they are looking for land. So I told him, yes, I sell land, and we networked, we met, and within, like he told me what they want, the required land, I sourced for it. That time, like I was so new in real estate, so I sourced for their land, they liked it, and they bought. So I was 21 years old, and I got a commission of 1 million.
Wow.
So during that period, I was like on top of the world. Because at 21 years old,
with 1 million.
With 1 million.
Yes. Wow.
So and I was like, now I'm untouchable.
Yes.
So I said, what will I do with this money? I with my thinking that time, I went and bought a car. So I bought a car, and I think I paid like 800,000, and I was given a car to hire purchase.
Yeah.
It was at Toyota Wish. So during that time, now I had 200,000 to spend allowed. So I even resigned a job. Now I'm a grown up, and
you are boss on your own terms.
Yes, and I own a car.
Yes. Wow.
So I started doing transport business, and in my deal, I was required to pay installment or hire purchase for this car.
Yeah.
So I think within 6 months, I was unable to pay. And I took the car from Mombasa. Mwenda came for his car. Whoa. Yes. And I was in debt, and I was in like Minnesota, and the car is gone. Have you so I was sikuwa na mbele wala nyuma. So you see the story of the prodigal son. Yes. So I had to go back to my brother.
Your brother.
I told him that, you see, I was wrong by designing, and I humble myself. I come to you. I want the job back. Yes. He listened to me, and he accepted. So from that time, I got back to job. And the lessons I learned from that experience of, telling yourself now you're on top of the world, like you can't be told and you can't be undevised. I humbled myself, and I've never looked back. And like I became disciplined. So lesson number 2 to the young people is that you have to be disciplined in what you do. Be ready to be guided, and to seek guidance from people who have been there, who have done it. That way, we are able to be successful. So discipline is very important when it comes to any job or any career that you are in.
Okay. Yes. Good. Thank you so much. Wow, that's an inspiring story. It's touching. And prodigal son, man. And sometimes you have to, saying sorry, sometimes it can be tough.
Yeah.
Especially being a man and coming from where I come from. Ego can't let you say sorry easily.
It's very hard.
Lakini sometimes inabidi uende upige magoti, hata ulie, upemberesane na kila kitu mpaka mambo iende straight.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching. Andy Mugambi from Matu. Anasema great Mr. Nyaga. Gini Mash, Ben, Kenneth Kinoti, Joel Momanyi, Faizo Builder, Alista Moremi. Hey, my friend, thank you for watching. Paul Mwakisha, Jite Babu, Vanessa Magiri. Hey, supporter number 1 ipo hapo. Mnamjua? I also see Samson Makao, Musumbi, Dan Kandegwa, hey, mtu wangu wa nguvu from Eldoret. I see you. Beatrice Nyandiga, Chepto Scholar of Satisfied Homes. Hata watu wako hapa. Following our Hebu MD, Vini Tiger, Chepto Tena, welcome to Certified Homes. Is it certified or? Certified. Ya ukweli, ya sure.
Yeah.
Hapo sasa, sure deal. I see Diana Wamaida. I see Josh Odiek. Wow, Kevin Manguye, Nicholas Jeroge. Okay, I see Joshua Tosh. And many more. So, please, it's very important we have your questions so that we can address them here. And today our topic is affordable homes. So, don't get away. We'll be right back as we tackle matters affordable houses. How can you afford a home? What's the procedure of owning a home? If you need to be a homeowner, where do you start? We'll be right back.
Welcome to Selelo Business Park Kitengela. We are located along Namanga Highway, right behind Club 034 and GMC Place. As you can see, we have a prime parcel of land for lease going only for 200,000 Kenyan shilling an acre and only 100,000 Kenyan shilling for half an acre. Is actually ideal for various businesses such as lighting industry, garage, football pitch, petrol station, you name it. So karibu Kitengela.
Welcome to Rafiki Center, the most prestigious strip mall at Babandogo. It's prestigious because of 1, its location, 2, the structure. Rafiki Center is located along Babandogo Road that attracts traffic from the CBD to Babandogo stage. And the notable structures around the facility are Lions Made Factory, Ken Afric, and Rigo Pharmaceuticals. It's a 3-storage building complemented with an elevator and a very spacious parking that holds up to 100 vehicles. Spaces remaining. Call us now to make a reservation. Karibu sana Babandogo.
Go down to let and buy at Babandogo from 7,500 square feet. Going for only 45 Kenyan shillings per square feet for prices to let, and only 5,500 Kenyan shillings per square feet for prices to sell. Contact us now to make reservations. Karibu sana Babandogo.
Hello, welcome back to Mindspace, and now we're going to tackle matters affordable housing. So now, Peter, I know you're in this business, affordable housing, maybe, and I'm sure you have experience on what's the procedures of owning a homes. So for somebody, a beginner, somebody who doesn't, has never owned a property before, how would you guide them? I mean, what's the procedure? Where do they start?
Thank you for that question, Mr. Mwenda. It's very important. In this our discussion today, I will tackle it in 2 ways: the affordable housing by the government and also affordable housing by the private developers. When it comes to government, the affordable housing, you're supposed to register it on Boma Yangu or through eCitizen. Then you're supposed to start saving with the government, and the unit or the say the house you want, you're supposed to save 10% of it with the government. Then after that, when the houses are complete, they will go through the process of allocation, whereby they will use a criteria of selection, and you'll be allocating the unit that you've paid for. So 10% of the unit you need or you want, if it's a bed sitter, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedrooms. So depending on the price and the location you are, once you pay the 10%, now you're eligible for the selection. From there, you'll now be required to pay the monthly installment. So I've seen most of the people we have interacted with in terms of even public participation and all that. They like I can say some of them are okay with it, but others are listing some concerns and issues whereby they are asking in terms of these houses, yes, they are good and all that. Why don't the government praise them in terms of the prices below the market rate, so that, because at the end of the day, this levy, the housing levy that the government is deducting each and every employed Kenyan, is going towards construction of this. So they are asking for a privilege whereby, yes, they can be given a better price, not the market price of these houses. So that's one way of owning affordable houses through the government. The other one is through the private developers, whereby the private developers come up with a project, and you are required to pay a deposit and the balance of a period of time, like a year or 2 years or 3 years, depending with the developer. So we've seen people benefit from it because they are able to stretch the payment plan over a period of years, and that can be customized according to their income and their specification. As at certified homes, we do affordable housing, and we customize your payment plan to a maximum of even 2 and 3 years. So we find people are able to pay installment over the period. So those are the 2 models of owning affordable housing. And I would say that, it's a good plan that we've seen a lot of customers take up the unit and the project. Yes.
Wow, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And for example, now there's this thing about the levy, the housing levy. What would be your comment on that?
The housing levy, I would say the government did not do well in terms of public participation, because it's kind of the government is forcing it into Kenyans, and I would say the majority of Kenyans are not okay with it, because there could have been public participation and also education, civic education about it, because yes, the government is there's a levy deduction each and every month, but the government is not giving Kenyan the confidence that yes, at the end of the day, you are going to get this house, you are going to get this unit, and Kenyans are the payment period is 30 years, so they are over that period of time, am I guaranteed of getting an unit? So the government needs to do a lot of homework in terms of giving the Kenyans the hope and the guarantee, yes, that you have been levied the housing levy, you have been deducted, and you are going to get your unit. But most Kenyans don't have that confidence in it in terms of them getting the unit. Yes.
Wow, that's good. So we have a question here from Robin Maitevia. Ask Peter about rent to own. Is it the same as mortgage or such?
Thanks so much for that question. Rent to own is different from mortgage, and rent to own is a bit lenient or a bit affordable to customers, because basically rent to own means that you'll be given, the house is rented, you'll be given the unit, you are staying in it, Now, instead of the money you are paying rent where you were previously, is the money you are paying to the developer to offset the balance. There's usually a percentage 10-20% depending on how you agree with the developer. When you pay the deposit, the balance you're allowed to pay as rent, monthly payment. So it's a very good plan whereby I've seen several Kenyans own their property or their houses through rent to own. So in fact, what the government could have done is could have adapted the rent to own model. Yes.
But now, of course, for a developer, let's say rent to own, it takes a long time. For development, that's their business. They want in and out as fast as possible. So how can developers embrace this unless if there's proper financing? Is there any other way? Like, for example, like yourself, can you do rent to own?
The only way developers can do rent to own, or even us, is whereby we are getting a financing, more so of a kind of a grant. But this financing is whereby you're getting financing at below market rate interest rate.
Yes.
So that this financing, the payment period, and then you are given a grace period of 10 years or even 5 years before you start paying.
Yes.
And then when you start paying, the interest rate is below the market rate. When that happens, when you get such a financing, you're able to do rent to own, because the return on investment of rent to own is long term. Is over, we are talking of about 15 years. So that's the only way the rent to own is applicable, and where that you see there are not many models or many companies or developers doing rent to own. Yes.
But what I see is, for housing, for future for Kenyans, these tenant purchase schemes or rent to own, it might be the way to go. Why? Because let's say if you're able to give somebody a mortgage for, let's say, 20 years, 25 years, if you, of course, you're borrowed, you have a long-term finance for 20, 25 years, or even 30 years. And this was, of course, comes from IFC or these other big organizations. Then you can be able to give tenant purchase schemes to people who can afford maybe 15 to 20,000 a month, and eventually they'll own their property. Since, in Kenya, by the end of the day, everybody loves property. Everybody wants to own something by the end of the day. But it's become very difficult. For example, the mortgage, of course, I like the affordable mortgage, which they're doing 9.5%. That's a good step forward.
It's a plus.
In fact, from my end, I always say, if the government can streamline the mortgage industry, the government does not need to build. The developers will do it since the buyers are there due to availability of funds. So for me, I always look at it like tenant purchase schemes. Of course, it will be a very big thing in the future. For example, if you have a funding of, let's say, 50 billion, do so many big projects, charge 20,000 a month, then that might be the way to go.
Yeah, absolutely. It's applicable when that model in terms of financing is available. And also it can be approached on the social aspect, whereby, yes, it's you're in business. It's business, you want return on investment.
Yes, quick.
But but also if it's approached on a social way, socio-economics, it can be applicable, whereby also the developers are also, like when these financing companies give you the money, they have terms of how much you can make in terms of percentage or the margins. So when they give you those terms and the condition, you're able to, the beneficiary or the people are benefiting and the customers and the house owners in terms of those who are investing. Because if you can get a project where people can pay 15,000-20,000 per month over a period of 15 years, so many people will be absorbed into it, and so many people would like to benefit in such a rent to own project.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Thank you. I would like to appreciate those watching us on Instagram. My friends from Germany, from America, Hey, diaspora wako hapa. Thank you for tuning in. And now, when you say affordable housing, by the is what range to what range?
In terms of
Pricing.
it's in terms of pricing, it's relative, but we can say whereby you can get like a studio of between like 950,000 for a studio, and whereby you can get like a 3-bedroom for a price of let's say 4.5. Yes.
So it's between 900 to 4.5 a month?
Yes,
Okay.
between 900 to 4.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what they classify as affordable housing.
Yes.
Lakini kwa mwananchi wa kawaida, you see, if somebody gets even a house for 1 million, the payment will be around a month.
That should be like 50,000, say, per month.
50,000 per month. So
You can say between 20 to 50.
20 to 50. So now you see, for you, since you see, mortgage or rent should not be more than 30%
Yes.
of your income. So that means it's somebody earning 150.
Yeah. Still not affordable as we
Mtu anakuwa na 150, hiyo ni so tayari. Yeah.
Do you know the intake, the mortgage intake in Kenya is very low?
Yes.
Because of the interest rate.
Yes.
So, and also because at the end of it, in fact, I've seen most of Kenyans what are making them not to take up the mortgage is because more so because of they call it the processing fees. You find it, in fact, it's cumbersome to raise those amount. And we've sat down with the mortgage providers, and we've given our proposal in terms of the processing fees, the legal fees and all that. Can then be accommodated in the whole amount that you are going to get.
Yes.
So that when you are starting this process, they are not asking you to pay them 2 million or for processing. So that yes, you are starting the process, but you are not paying any money. This money is included in the whole package of mortgage.
Okay.
Yeah, because that has also been a big challenge.
But now, if it's included, you know, sometimes when committing somewhere, it's good to have skin in the game. Now, for example, if they give everything, 105%, that guy, the moment his body just leave, he'll leave the house just like that. Will he take care of the house, really?
At the end of the day, you see, they have gauged in terms of, they have done analysis of your capability to pay. So if they do the analysis and you qualify, don't see why they should not advance you the mortgage because of not being able to raise the processing fees. Yes.
Okay, I have a question here from Tieno Odero Joa. How best can you lower the mortgage rate to ensure that houses are more affordable to Kenyans of lower cadre who aspire to own homes?
I think the government has taken the steps to do that by financing through this model of Kenya Mortgage Company, whereby they are giving at, is it 9%?
9.5.
9.5%. This is the best we've seen in Kenya in recent times.
Yes.
Otherwise, it was 14, 12. It was even about 15%.
Yes.
Wow. So the 9.5% is very welcomed in the market, and it's very nice. Only that now there's no civic education about it. Exactly. People don't know about it. Yes, it's being rolled out by the government and through the banks, but it's still the uptake is still low because many Kenyans don't know about it. Yeah. So for this question, currently you can get the mortgage financing at 9.5%, which is the best we've seen in the market in Kenya. Yes.
And I wonder why is KMLC or the government is not pushing this agenda to the people, since the banks themselves they are not motivated unless you go ask. They don't volunteer the information.
Do you know why the banks are not motivated? The banks are not motivated. Do you know why?
Why?
So I talked to the banks and
Yes.
I asked them, why are you not like so much marketing this mortgage? And they're like, because you see, we are given money to lend, but we are not benefiting. So for them, they are intermediary. They are just intermediary
Yes.
to give Kenyans the mortgage, the loans. But for them, they are not benefiting in any way.
any way.
The only way they are benefiting is because they have that money with them.
Yes.
In fact, they don't have that money.
Yes.
That money comes from Kenya Mortgage Company
Okay.
through the bank.
Yes.
So they have the Kenya Mortgage Company has not deposited the money with the banks.
Okay.
They have it.
You see, at the central bank.
Yes.
Or the treasury or the exchequer.
Yeah.
Then they bring it much later.
Once they get customer get approval. So the banks are not benefiting in any way.
Okay.
So that's why they are not so enthusiastic about marketing it. So it's the responsibility of KMC to market it and to tell Kenyans about it, because at the end of the day, they are the ones who are benefiting.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. So we are here today to let you know there's KMRC mortgage being offered at 9.5% up to 25 years, depending on your age. So when you go to your banker, you need a mortgage, talk about KMRC mortgage. It's available. We actually have some clients who have used that facility and it's working. So please go to the bank. They have it available. In fact, all the banks are offering it. So I see we have a few more questions here which we'll address, and we'll be right back with you.
Welcome to Selelo Business Park Kitengela. We are located along Namanga Highway, right behind Club 034 and GMC Place. As you can see, we have a prime parcel of land for lease going only for 200,000 Kenyan shilling an acre and only 100,000 Kenyan shilling for half an acre. Is actually ideal for various businesses such as lighting industry, garage, football pitch, petrol station, you name it. So karibu Kitengela.
Welcome to Rafiki Center, the most prestigious strip mall at Babandogo. It's prestigious because of 1, its location, 2, the structure. Rafiki Center is located along Babandogo Road that attracts traffic from the CBD to Babandogo stage. And the notable structures around the facility are Lion's Made Factory, Ken Afric, and Rigo Pharmaceuticals. It's a 3-storage building complemented with an elevator and a very spacious parking that holds up to 100 vehicles. Spaces remaining. Call us now to make a reservation. Karibu sana Babandogo.
Go down to let and buy at Babandogo from 7,500 square feet. Going for only 45 Kenyan shillings per square feet for prices to let, and only 5,500 Kenyan shillings per square feet for prices to sell. Contact us now to make reservations. Karibu sana Babandogo.
Ladies and gentlemen, gift your loved ones a beautiful...
Thank you. Welcome back again. And now, of course, we have our guest today, Peter Nyaga of Certified Homes. Tell us about your project. What is that you have done? What you have available in the market? And does it fall under affordable housing? How can we view? Tell us more.
Yeah, Certified Homes is a real estate company, and we are developers, and we also sell land. So basically everything real estate. Currently we are building apartment at Kawaskari. It's called Sukari 8. It says 80% sold, and we are doing the final touches. We are doing the finishing work, that is installation of the tiles, the cabinets, the windows, painting, and all that. And I want to welcome you for our handover in December. You'll be handing over the units to the owners in December, and those are 80 units of 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. Way back, we started 2 years ago. The price for 1 bedroom was 2.7 million. Right now, the price is 4.35 million. So when you buy off-plan, you have an advantage of the price. When you buy, when the house is complete, you buy at higher price. So that's the advantage of buying off-plan. So we've also done other projects in terms of bungalows, 3-bedroom bungalows at Joska, going for 8.5 million cash, 10.5 installment, and you can get financing from KCB, Coop Bank, Equity Bank, our partners, whereby they can finance you. You can also get the financing through Kenya Mortgage Refinancing Company at 9.5 million. And that's the best in the market. We have a land project or plot project. We have a plot in Joska, in Loilo, Juja, Nanyuki, Lumuluti, Malindi, Diani, and Konza City. So you can check us on our social media. Our platform is Certified Homes Ltd. That is Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. Website www.certifiedhomes.co.ke. You can reach us on 0711 128 128. 0711 128 128. That's a brief overview about us.
Good. I see you have a lot on offer.
Yes.
And please, if you need a plot, if you need to start life, we are here to help you. Between me and my brother, anything you need in real estate, we can get you sorted. For example, at MySpace, of course, we have the Sun Park. We have a development in Kilimani. We have a development in Karen. When it comes to minimals, you see, if you need to open your biashara, MySpace is the place to be. We have the best locations in town, from Kisii to Wayakiwe to Babadogo to Dome to Karen, Vista Karen, to Lavington Square, Kovo, and many places. So if you need to set up your business, please come to us. We'll help you. And as we wind up, so about, for example, I have so many people look for jobs. And I'm sure even your inbox is full the way it's mine. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, basically, as I've said before, when it comes to job market, and of late, even we stopped advertising for jobs. We do headhunt, and we do referral, because I think currently the universities, what they are offering is they're offering graduates who are not ready for the job market. And maybe the curriculum should look into that and focus on is as much as is they are offering the syllabus. We should also incorporate preparing graduates for the job market, because the interviews we can do interviews of like 50 people and we only get 10 people, or like what we require. You see 40 people, like they are not qualified and they are all graduate. So there's a gap. There's a gap between what the university are churning out, what the universities are giving us, and what the job market requires. So that's a challenge to our universities to prepare the graduates for the job market. Practically, they are not ready for the job market. So we take a lot of time training them. So even the few we get, we take like over even 2 months training them how to be equipped for the job market and the skills that they require to face the challenges in the job market. So that is very important. So that's why I started by saying, even volunteer your services if you're direct from university in an organization where you have studied for, where your specialty is, so that you can get these skills, because it's very different what you learn in the university and what you face or meet in the job market. So that's a big challenge we faced as employers.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you think the industrial training or attachments, can they help?
They do help, but you see, these people are not given the task, the hand task. They are not given the real job that they are supposed to do. Most of them are just they are being sent. Even when they go for this attachment or internship, the work they are given is not what they are supposed to, they are qualified, they are professional, what they have studied. So when they do this attachment, let them do the real work, the real job.
Okay.
Yes.
Or to gain that experience,
yes,
and understand the market.
Yes.
But in reality, I mean, you have to be in the job to know it and to understand it.
Yes, that's why you have now. Niyo kujituma. And then another challenge, I don't know what's happening to the boy child, because we have a big challenge in terms of recruiting or getting people who are serious when it comes to men or young men into this job market of real estate and marketing. So also that should be looked into. Yes.
Wow. Boy child, umesikia hiyo maneno. Mtu ni kujituma, waache kulalalala. And there's one thing I just remembered. I know we have one thing in common, Safari Rally.
Yeah.
We always meet in all the rally events. Yes. I mean, what's about you and rally? Do you love cars or what?
Yeah, for me, I love the drill. That's like the driving, the fastness. You could drive a gari, bio. I love that. So when I go to the Safari Rally, I put myself into those drivers. Okay. And I feel like I'm the one who is on the steering wheel. Okay.
That's cool.
So you see me, I'll attend all the Safari Rally event. Yes. And also, I know you are a very big supporter also of our local drivers.
Isa Mwali.
Also at some point we have supported him. Yeah. And I would like also to challenge our drivers, to come out even more in terms of instead of this Safari Rally being won by foreigners and they're happening in Kenya, why don't we challenge them and we win this championship? So it's a challenge.
It's a challenge, but mostly I think this comes with affordability. It's a very expensive affair.
Yes.
To bring a car, the ones which win is like 100 million. And you can imagine to bring the crew and stuff like that is very expensive. That's why you see from number 1 to 10, they are all international. Then now Kenyans come much later.
Yeah, it's an expensive affair, and you see our companies like KCMB support. So with the skills and the determination and the seriousness, like if companies can come on board and sponsor you for this event. So we need to see even from their side the point of ile kujituma. And umejituma na uko qualified, you have done the training and all those. I think you'll get a sponsor. Even several companies can come together and combine resources and sponsor you. Yes.
Wow. This I know is quite a struggle, especially without a big sponsor.
Yes.
Even for local drivers, one event takes almost 1 million to 1.5.
Yeah.
I mean, to buy tires, the fuel, the crew. I mean, it's expensive affair, but anyway, hopefully Satisfied Home will be sponsoring.
Yeah. Moving forward, like upcoming event, even the local event, we are looking to come on board and sponsor our local drivers, because we want to motivate them. We want to, charity begins at home.
Yo.
Yes.
So he's Samwali, umesikia. Your guy is here.
Yeah.
So this is the time now I give you a chance to ask me questions, maybe 1 or 2 questions. as we wind up?
Yeah. So I would ask you that what currently, as we speak in real estate sector, how would you place it? What is the status of real estate industry today in Kenya?
Okay, the status, of course, Kenya being a developing country, will see a lot of development, especially in the urban areas. And as you know, according to the research, by year 2050, 50% of Kenyans will be living in urban areas, like say Nairobi, Nakuru, Kisumu, Meru, and other places. So we are not ready yet. I mean, we are doing very few units. That's why I'm really insisting we streamline the mortgage and people will be able to buy houses. Since you see, out of 10 Kenyans, 9 people rent houses. And people need to own. We need to tell that at least to 5-5. I mean, 9 to 1 is, there's an imbalance somewhere. So there's opportunity for development, there's opportunity for housing. So I would urge, we have enough for everybody by the end of the day. Even everybody in Nairobi can develop their own, we'll still have customers. So the market is there, and I see it growing, especially with the streamlined mortgage. Yes.
Good. We've seen you venture into strip malls, and I would ask you, even before that, the malls, the big malls and all that, and the strip malls, which is the lesser evil in terms of you have space. You have a mall or the strip mall, there is space available, and let's say you are 20% occupied, and it's remaining 80%. And customer comes, they ask questions, they inquire and all that, but they are not able to afford for the rent is high. Which is the lesser evil, lowering the rent or to a manageable point or manageable rate, or just staying like that until one day someone who can afford the rent can come, a tenant?
Of course, now that's why we work backwards. Whenever in the many strip malls we're involved in, of course, even before we start building, we know who our tenant is. We are almost 60% there. For example, we have the anchor tenants, like a petrol station, a supermarket, and other big tenants. Then now the rest, the chemists, the liquor store, the opticians, I mean, they'll come because there's traffic. So always it's good to have your anchor tenants in place, and then the others will follow. But we have seen when it comes to strip malls, mini malls, what we are selling is convenience. You come, you park your car, you go in the shop, you grab what you're grabbing, you leave. I mean, you're there for like 30 minutes, in and out. Vis-a-vis the malls where you go, you find they are very crowded, but nobody is shopping. You find a big crowd, but nobody is shopping.
Yeah.
So in malls, you realize, when is the last time we went to a shop to buy a shirt?
It's a long time.
Nowadays, you just buy online. Angalia kwa Instagram, unapiga simu, unatumua hata sizes 3, unafit, unalipa, anaenda. So people want that convenience. So you see, like, on our journey to connecting the community and retailers, what we really look for is offering those services which you need. For example, you have to go to a kinyozi, to a salon, you have to go to a chemist, you have to go to buy milk, things you need daily. That's where you see our minimals are geared towards the neighborhoods, towards the communities, as close to the community as possible. We are offering that convenient. For example, if you need to meet somebody, your neighbor, you don't have to meet in your house. You can go to a Java or Hut Cafe or a Chicken Inn and have your meeting there while you enjoy some coffee. So we are offering that convenience. Yeah. And again, there's another question you asked, sorry. If the mall is empty, maybe you are 20% and 80%. Of course, that's a difficult situation. But with the history of malls, like for example, I was talking to somebody about Salit Center. They stayed 5 years without a tenant.
That's a lot of time.
Then they gave Uchumi for 5 years, for free, rent free, for 5 years.
Yeah.
Then everybody came in. Now look at Sarit Center. I mean, it's one of the biggest malls in Africa.
It's like 90% full.
Exactly. I mean, it's a good place to be in. But it's a journey. Nothing is easy in this world.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, they never started where they are today, but look at them now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. So maybe my last question is, they say cash flow is the king. So how important is, as a developer, how important is cash flow?
Of course, cash is king. And without cash, you can't even call yourself a developer. It's very important to have cash to move. Since anybody you talk to is money. Talk to a contractor, money. Talk to a supplier, money. Everything revolves around money. That's why even when you're doing a project, so of course not many people like borrowing, but it's good to have that assurance. Since you might think you have cash flow, but the moment those certificates start coming in and you are paying 10, 20 million per month, you realize you're dry and the pre-sales are not coming in. Then you need a backup from somewhere so that your project does not stop. You don't disappoint the clients. Of course, through experience now, I know better. I know better. But of course, plan your finances well. It all comes down to financial planning. I mean, I don't think there's anybody who can be very right on that one or not on that one. See, sometimes clients come, I'm sure even you have that experience. They commit, they put their 10%, 20%, then they disappear. And you planned your project financing based on what you have agreed with them. So what do? You're stuck. So you need to have a backup somewhere where you can, even if they don't pay, your project goes on. Yeah.
That's all from me.
All right, thank you. So, Peter, how can we find you? Where are you located? Where's your office? I'm sure there are people who've been watching and they'd like to come visit you, come see you. How can they reach you?
Good. We are located at Westcom Point Building. That is in Westlands, along Wayaki Way on Maiga Milo Road. Westcom Point Building on 4th floor. You get Certified Homes Limited. You can reach us on our social media platform, Certified Homes Ltd. And our phone number is 0711 128 128. 0711 128 128.
All right, good. Thank you so much for being with us today. Looking forward to seeing you next week as we have another very interesting guest like the one we had today. Asanteni sana. Have a good evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, gift your loved ones a beautiful home that you have desired for long. And the good news is here today. Get a well-furnished en-suite unit apartment in Syokimau at Sunpark Residence. The apartment contemporarily designs building with stylish design, high floor to the ceiling height, superior quality proclaimed tiles throughout the apartment, modern, open-plan fitted kitchens and wardrobes, visitors' cloakroom, well-lit bedrooms with separate bathrooms. Each block has an elevator, borehole water in all blocks, perimeter wall with electric wires, 24 hours manned entry and exit with controlled parking, kids playing ground, benches and sandpit, separate visitors parking, shops and convenience stores. Sunpark Residence in Syokimau, conveniently located on Chadi Road, off Mombasa Road just behind the Great Wall, a short drive from Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. Easy connectivity to the Nairobi, Mombasa Road Expressway less than 1 kilometer away. 2 bedrooms goes for 8 million Kenya shillings. 3 bedrooms goes for 10 million Kenya shillings. For more information, visit our website www.myspace.co.ke or else email us at info@myspace.co.ke. You can call us on 0734 555 556. MySpace Properties, Sunpark Residence. Tujaze Sunpark.
Na mimi nasikia watu wanasign huku. Nimeona nikuja hapa Sunpark nijione.
My name is Anne from MySpace Properties.
Nikakaribisha na hiki tu nikidhani watu wanapima weight na kumbe wadosi watu wangi viatu. Wana wrap footwear. Na kanikaribisha akaanza kunipatia tours. Nikapatana na mkubwa wa hapa. Huku kumbe inaitwa Sunpark. Unaishi kama mdosi. Sasa huku Sunpark wamejenga manyumba smart. Ni nyumba yako lakini unaishi ni kama huku kwa hotel. Mama yo. Na hii sio 12 star hotel. Ni nyumba tu unachukua unaishi ndani. Ona mpaka iko na balcony. Na unaona bado wanajenga. Yenyewe hii ni luxury living. Unaona uzuri ya pesa. Na ujue unaweza lipa kidogo. About this. Yes. Naona ile pesa tulikuwa tuna savings kwa bank.
My goodness. What?
Naona tununue nyumba.
What? Those are savings.
Pesa inaishi kwa bank, sisi tunaishi nje.
I am lecturing.
Na ujue bado wanajenga. Ona vile ndani inakaa. Wako na 3 na 1 bedroom pia. Kuona ni bure. Na hii ni ndani tu. Nje ujue pia wako na gym. Wanajenga swimming pool. Haki pesa wewe nikikusika. Nashika nyumba. Na washika nyinyi wote wawili. Ona hii ni bedroom. Ona. Lolo mama yo Nyasai ubura. Ndio maana huku inaitwa Sunpark. Ni kusign tu. Maisha London huku si ukimau yawa. Na waliniambia tu unatoa 20% alafu hiyo ingine unaweza lipa kidogo na ngojeni kidogo. Otisi ile kulipa pole ya nyumba inaitwango aje?
Nini mortgage? Mortgage.
Wewe unaweza lipa na hiyo mortgage. Hizo unit ya orange ni watu wasachukua, watu wanachukua yawa. After kuona nikasai nayo. About this.
Why were you wrestling?
Hakuna kugombana. Sisi tunagombana.
Then why